A large gallstone hangs above the entrance to the gallbladder. Wow, check out all that bile. Looks like her liver's been doing just fine. That's a pool of bile any liver would be proud of. You sure can't speak highly of its aroma. You chuck one of the taped capillaries over the muscular ledge. It drops into the pool. You give the pump a stroke or two, and in the process gather a nice helmet load of bile. I guess congratulations are in order. The gallstone is wedged in the bile duct, and that's just a fine place for it. Nice gallstone collection. You display your standard blank stare, but it is unimpressed. That bores me so.
Yeah, this is way too snug. This blockage needs to be cleared. Stellar's going to have to change her diet.
That is, if she can face life after having you inside her. A nice pool of pancreatic secretions made up of insulin and glucagon fill the bottom of the islands of Langerhans. These little islets drip a pancreatic enzyme. This is later mixed with some stuff from the gallbladder to make that wonderful green bile antifreeze-looking stuff that humanoid hurlers the universe over have come to know and hate. And here we have the island. Apparently, not only that, but some cells release insulin and others release glucagon to counter the insulin. It even offers up a bicarbonate to counteract the stomach's acid. All in all, it's a pretty strange and busy organ.
It just looks like a uvula warehouse to me.
And here we have the islands of Langerhans. They're a big deal here in the pancreas. Apparently, they play an important part in introducing hormones to the blood system, as well as adding an enzyme which, when joined with the bile secretion from the gallbladder, forms some kind of spew that breaks down stuff the stomach acids don't. Fats, and that kind of thing. Not only that, but some cells release insulin and others release glucagon to counter the insulin. It even offers up a bicarbonate to counteract the stomach's acid. All in all, it's a pretty strange and busy organ.
It just looks like a uvula warehouse to me.
You maneuver your helmet beneath the drip and manage to snag a nice little dollop of the stuff. It's one of those tiny timed release pills. It's one of those tiny timed release. You now own one of those tiny timed release pills. Nothing happens. See, impressive. The tapeworm suddenly becomes much more animated. Please remember to keep your arms and legs on the worm at all times. Yow! Now that's a ride you won't take in the Magic Kingdom. How does she get this stuff into her digestive system? That's a screw Stellar probably doesn't remember. It looks like an old silver amalgam filling. Must have been bouncing around here for years. Talk about hard currency, the Buckazoid has proven itself once again. This is even one of the old style ones. Might be worth some money. Too bad you can't carry it. It's a fingernail, complete with paint. These have a knack for making it down here. Suddenly, you wonder when Stellar grew such long nails. Perhaps you haven't been thinking of Stellar as a woman as much as a crewmate. You feel an interesting longing. One look at your surroundings kills that feeling fast. But maybe after this is all over. It's a relatively unscathed paperclip. This is the appendix. It's a strange piece of the humanoid anatomy considered by some medical types to be fairly useless. It may not be useful, but it does seem to collect some strange stuff. You pull away a cracked piece of the filling. You carefully, very carefully, stow the paper clip in your pocket. You snap off a shard of fingernail and gingerly introduce it into your pocket. That's your vermiform friend who, with a little help from organic and pharmaceutical resources, was kind enough to give you that ride along the approximately 6.5 meters or so of small intestine that lies between here and the duodenum. Egads, man, just how low have we sunk? All the way to the junction of the large and small intestines, that's how low. This also happens to be the home of the appendix. So you like the worm, huh? You like to ride the worm, huh? I let you ride the worm. It wouldn't be prudent. Red light. This is not good. Apparently some or all of the intermix element in fuel tank 3 was disgorged during your heinous venous joyride. That's not all that was disgorged, but we'll skip the details. The third fuel tank is as closed as it can get, considering the damage you've done to it.
Doy?
Quit boinking the fuel tank light.
This heat tile looks loose. Whoops. I have to stop doing that.
Judging by this, but you're not 100% certain. It's just a gut feeling. Your stolen miniaturized shuttle has become mired on the fundus of the stomach like a beached whale. Although the concept of rubbing silver particles all over the shuttle is interesting, perhaps putting it in the fuel tank behind the blinking red light would be more effective.
This heat tile looks loose. Whoops! I have to stop doing that.
The walls of the broken blood vessel feel like the heavy gauge rubber of a coolant hose. In fact, the body resembles a car in many respects. It needs fuel to run and converts that fuel into energy. Our digestive system is like a fuel tank, and our nostrils act like a catalytic converter. But you're not one. Your stolen miniaturized shuttle. The wall. In fact, the